how do we tell what situations are just challenging versus what are abusive, right? So we're going to actually, this will probably be our last topic here for this episode. Again, this is a 3-part series, so make sure that you subscribe to this. We're going to have 2 more after this, and we're going to get a little bit deeper into these topics. And then on the last one, we're actually going to talk about really hope and healing. But in this, like, how do we differentiate these challenging situations versus abusive ones?
I think that is pretty challenging unless we're talking about physical or sexual abuse, right?
Yeah,
Because those are pretty clear that that's
yeah,
abuse and not
yeah,
just a challenge. I think theological differences are challenges. I think a church deciding that they don't want you to, I don't know, serve alcohol at your small group, right? That's just a church policy. They get to
yeah.
decide that. If you want to have a small group that's a part of this church, then you're going to need to follow the policies that that church puts in place, as long as they're not in opposition to the Bible, right?
Yeah, and that's not personally abusing you because
No.
they are calling you to, like, hey, if you're gonna be a member here, you're gonna be a part of everything. Challenging you to step into something is different than abusing. Now, I will say that, like you said, sexual abuse and things like that, where the gray or where it starts getting gray is where there's grooming involved, right? We've seen a couple of cases in where all of a sudden now it's her fault, or it's his it's his fault for sending the pictures or for not identifying or telling her their parents. No. There's an ill intent that's happening where grooming is actually occurring, and that trumps any like responsibility, right,
Right.
of stopping sending of photos or stepping into those dangerous situations. When somebody has ill intent, that is abusive,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
So we have to look at some of those are some really hard things. I think what we're gonna probably jump into in our next episode is really kind of dealing with some of those issues, really kind of getting into, okay, well, how do I identify this? How do we process that? How do we put up safeguards? Like those are going to be some of the topics that we're going to address in the next episode. Do not forget to actually subscribe. Come back, check that episode out because it's going to be vital. We know, like we said at the very beginning, if you're anywhere in society at all, there is somebody right next to you that is likely going through some type of abuse, some type of manipulation, or is in some type of potential place for harm. So we want to thank you for your time today. I also want to encourage you and let you know that you are never too lost to be found. God bless.